It's one of the most Googled questions in the world. Why is belly fat so stubborn? Most guys think it's because their metabolism is broken or that they're eating too many carbs, but they've been lied to. The reality is belly fat is wired completely differently, and most guys are fighting it with strategies that actually make it worse. Today, I'm going to show you the latest science on belly fat and break down exactly how you can beat it once and for all. So full screen the video, and let's lock in. Alright, so the first thing to say is that not all fat is created equally. The stuff that you can pinch under your skin, that's called subcutaneous fat, and it can build up all over your body. But there's another type of fat that only builds up in your belly, and that's visceral fat. So your belly fat is a mix of the two, the subcutaneous stuff and the deeper visceral fat. And that's why it's the hardest place to shift. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Researchers at Harvard Medical School have actually found that visceral fat is hormonally active. You see, it doesn't just sit there. It actually behaves like an organ, pumping out chemicals that mess with your appetite, your metabolism, and even your testosterone levels. And that's why belly fat isn't just dangerous for your health, it's also the reason that it's so damn stubborn. You see, visceral fat is more resistant to being broken down in the fat in your arms or your legs. Your body literally defends it like an emergency fund that it never wants to cash out. And if you're over 35, you've probably noticed it's worse. That's because testosterone drops by about 1% once you hit your 30s. And less testosterone means less muscle, which means a slower metabolism and more belly fat. On top of that, stress and poor sleep add even more fuel to the fire. Researchers from Yale found that men with higher cortisol, which is your stress hormone, store more fat specifically in their belly, even if their overall weight isn't changing. So do you see what I mean? Belly fat is wired differently. It's hormonally charged, stress-driven, and it's the last place your body wants to let go of. And the real kicker is that the strategies most men are using don't just fail, they actually make it worse. Because when you think belly fat is just about cardio or calories, you end up chasing the wrong fixes. A lot of guys still believe that bread and pasta and rice goes straight to the belly. So they cut out all their carbs, which leads them to feeling miserable. And then they wonder why nothing's changing. But the truth is, multiple studies, including one from Stanford, show that fat loss is the same on low carb or low fat diets as long as calories and protein are equal. Carbs are not the villain here, guys. Using extreme diets and looking for shortcuts to fast fat loss is, because that approach isn't sustainable. Your metabolism isn't the problem either, because a big study that was done in 2021 found that your metabolism doesn't actually slow down until well into your 60s. What actually tends to slow down for most guys is their lifestyle. You see, most guys think that belly fat is burned in the gym, but we should be focusing on using our workouts to build lean muscle, not burn fat. And at the end of the day, your lifestyle, what you do outside of the gym, is a far bigger predictor of how much belly fat you're going to have. And as most guys get older, they move less, they go to the gym less, which means they have less muscle, they sleep less, and they stress more. And ultimately, those factors, your lifestyle, is what's leading to your belly fat creeping up over the years. Then there's the ab workout myth, the idea that planks and crunches will flatten your stomach and give you washboard abs, but they won't. Spot reduction of fat has been debunked for decades. Sure, you will build stronger abs if you focus on them in the gym, but they'll stay hidden under a layer of fat until you fix the bigger issue. More cardio isn't the answer either. In fact, it's a terrible strategy for getting rid of your belly fat, because most guys will burn 300 calories on the treadmill, think they've done the hard work, and then go and blow it all on one snack. It's like the guy you see lighting up a cigarette as he leaves the gym. You might as well have just not gone. And the worst part is, the harder you push, the hungrier and the more stressed out that your body is getting. And then there's the myth about your hormones. Yes, testosterone and insulin matter, but most men overestimate the impact that hormones are having and underestimate the impact that their habits can have. At the end of the day, you can't directly control your hormones, whereas you can control your habits. So when I hear guys say this, I know it's just an excuse, and the science is clear on this. Lifestyle drives hormones, not the other way around. Your hormones want to work for you, but a lot of guys' lifestyle forces them to work against them. When you improve your sleep, your nutrition, and your training, everything else will follow. So the reality is, if your belly fat isn't budging, it just means that you're focusing on the wrong things. But it's not your fault. You've just been sold bad advice. And the truth is, if you keep following that advice, you're going to be stuck forever. So what actually is the solution? Well, the science points to three big levers: nutrition, training, and lifestyle. Let's start with nutrition because honestly, if you don't get that right, then nothing else is going to matter. Now, I'm not talking about starving yourself or living on rabbit food. I'm talking in a way that you're eating to fuel your body, but at the same time, still being able to maintain a small but sustainable calorie deficit because that's the only way you're going to burn fat. Remember what I said earlier about that study that found low carb and low fat diets had the same efficacy when it came to burning fat as long as calories and protein were equal. The problem is most guys go way off the deep end. They go so crazy and extreme. They cut out whole food groups. They slash their calories way too low, but then they end up with no energy, no drive, no strength, and ultimately no chance of succeeding in the long run. So the smarter approach is to build every single one of your meals around protein. Protein actually comes from the ancient Greek word protos, which means first. That's how important it is. And high protein diets don't just help you to build and then maintain that lean muscle. They specifically help you to reduce belly fat. In fact, if we're honest, protein is the real superfood for men over 35. It keeps you fuller for longer. It stabilizes your blood sugar levels, and it takes more energy, more calories for your body to digest it. So you're literally burning more calories by eating more protein. Add in fiber and plenty of water, and suddenly your cravings are easier to handle. Your energy is much more stable. And as a result of that, fat loss becomes far easier. You don't need to overcomplicate this. Think simple here. Real food that keeps you full and moving forward. Eggs, meat, fish, fruit, vegetables. Single ingredient, nutrient dense, whole foods. But at the same time, remember the 80-20 rule. Or if you want to go a little faster, you can play the 90-10 rule. The ratio is less relevant, but make sure that you're adding something into your diet every single day that you love and look forward to. The science has been done on this to death, and it shows that diet breaks are one of the most effective ways to sustainably lose fat in the long term. Now, the way a lot of coaches work is they will tell you to go hard for 6 or 8 or even 12 weeks and then have a week off. My approach, I think, is personally better because I'm encouraging you to have a diet break every single day. And I got the inspiration for this from David Goggins, who I'm sure a lot of you have heard of and been inspired by in the past. He talks about how he's able to push through these insane physical and mental challenges by having mental aid stations throughout the day, right? Which gives him little 5, 10, 15-minute breaks from the pain and suffering that he is putting his body and his mind through. Well, if you approach your food, your nutrition the same way, you're going to have the same effect. You're going to be able to go further, faster than most people could even imagine. So having those diet breaks every single day, something that you love and look forward to, is going to make this so much easier because suddenly you're not on a diet. You're in a calorie deficit, but you're just creating a healthier lifestyle. You don't need to swear off beer or pizza or whatever else your favorite food is forever. In fact, as I said, that's just a fast track to failure because it feels too restrictive. Anyway, let's move on to training because fat loss doesn't happen on the treadmill. In fact, fat loss doesn't happen in any part of the gym. Your workouts are for building muscle, not burning calories. Why? Because muscle is your metabolic engine. The more you have, the more calories that you burn all day, even when you're not moving. And the research backs it up. Scientists from Harvard followed over 10,000 men for 12 years, and they found that those who lifted weights had significantly less belly fat than the ones who just did cardio. But you don't need to live in the gym. 3, maybe 4, if you can, workouts a week is more than enough. Stick to the big compound moves, which I'll put on the screen right now for you. Focus on getting stronger over time, and then just let walking do the rest. Because like I said, most of your daily fat burn doesn't come from exercise. It comes from your lifestyle. It comes from what you do outside of the gym. It comes from what we call NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This is all the calories that you burn throughout the day when you're not exercising, walking, fidgeting, using the stairs, using your brain. So lift to build the muscles and walk to burn the fat. That is ultimately the winning and sustainable combination. And finally, we've got lifestyle, which unfortunately is the pillar that most men ignore. They'll nail their workouts and dial in their diet, but they won't pay any attention to their sleep or how active they are day to day. But a fascinating new study has compared 2 groups on identical calorie deficits. The only difference was how much they slept. One group slept 8.5 hours, while the other was limited to 5.5. Now, what was really interesting is both lost pretty much the same amount of weight, but the group who slept more lost 55% more fat and 60% less muscle. So just 3 hours sleep and I changed everything. The sleep-deprived weight loss was mostly muscle versus fat, proving that you literally burn that muscle rather than the fat when you're underslept. And I'm guessing that for most of you watching this, your goal isn't just about weight loss. It's about transforming your body composition. You don't just want to get skinny. You want to build a body that you're proud of, a body that gives you more energy, more confidence, a body that makes you feel good about yourself. Ultimately, a body that helps you live a healthier and longer life. So to get those crucial extra hours, make sure that you're setting a bedtime alarm which reminds you to wind down. Switch off the screens an hour before bed and read a book or listen to a podcast in bed. Cut out the late night snacking that's keeping your body working overtime while you digest that food. And make your bedroom as cold, dark, and quiet as you can with a fan, earplugs, and an eye mask. Getting better sleep is going to be the best thing that you can do for your stress levels too. And that's important because stress is the biggest killer when it comes to losing belly fat. You see, higher cortisol, higher stress drives fat straight to your belly. So if you are constantly wired, it's going to be your stomach that pays the price. And that's where walking comes in, not just for burning calories, but because it turns on your parasympathetic nervous system, the one that tells your body to relax and to recover, which means that a simple 20 or 30-minute walk isn't just exercise. It's like hitting a reset button. You lower your cortisol, you clear your head, and most important for this instance, you keep your body in fat burning mode. So if you want the edge, respect your recovery, because belly fat, it creates this vicious cycle. More belly fat equals lower testosterone, worse sleep, and higher cortisol. And that combo then makes you store even more belly fat. It's like quicksand. The harder you struggle with the wrong strategies, the deeper you're going to sink. But once you flip the cycle the other way and start focusing on these 3 big pillars, it begins to snowball in your favor. Fat starts coming off faster, and more importantly, it stays off. Because again, you're not just going on another diet, you're creating a lifestyle. Listen, belly fat is stubborn. Unfortunately, there is no denying that, particularly with the modern world that we live in, with the sedentary lifestyle, with the long hours, with the high stress. But it's not unbeatable. And hopefully now you know why. I've seen it over and over again, hundreds of times with the guys that I coach. They come into the program thinking they're going to have to make wholesale changes to their life. But we start with just 3 daily non-negotiable habits, a calorie target, a protein target, and a step target. And that's it. We build from there. And honestly, you would be amazed that you can get 90% of the way there just with a few simple changes. They're not going to require a heck of a lot of effort. They're not going to take that much time, and they're not going to cost you any money. These guys thought that they were stuck. They thought that this was it for them. They thought it was their genetics, their hormones. They thought that they were just average, but then they ended up dropping the belly fat, building the muscle. And most important, what I love seeing the most in them, they got their confidence back. They became the man that I knew and they knew deep down they were capable of. So if you want me to put together a personalized plan for you and then hold you accountable to it, just click the link under this video to find out exactly how my coaching program can help you to melt that visceral belly fat and keep your gut off for good without any crazy restrictive diets or having to waste hours on the treadmill. Or you can watch this video next, which will take you deeper down the rabbit hole. Either way, I really hope you found this video helpful. I really hope you found it useful. And most importantly, I hope it drives you to take action. And until next time, see you later.